Drop the price! Drop the price! Nintendo has listened to you and done the opposite. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Skyrise, your early morning show where we talk all things gaming. I'm your host Skytune, and here's the breakdown for today. We're going to be talking about the Mario Kart World Nintendo Direct, Character Conundrum, Twitch Top 5, Nintendo raising prices, and Amiibo figures as well. Pokepools, what I'm playing, the best method for console launches, and questions from Patreon supporters, as well as shoutouts. So without further ado, let's get it. Earlier this week, we had the Mario Kart World Nintendo Direct, and it did show a few new details. One of which was this brand new ability called Charge Jump, where all you have to do is hold down the drift button while you drive straight, and you can jump over cars or incoming attacks. The other was called Rewind, where you'll literally be able to rewind time even during races. I'm honestly expecting somebody to be waiting at the finish line, and the person in second place is almost there, and instead of the old way of the person that clearly is about to get first goes and just crosses the finish line right before the second place person is able to. Kinda a little bit of a troll move. I feel like what is gonna happen in Mario Kart World with people playing together is that somebody's gonna be at the finish line in first place, same scenario, except the difference is that right as soon as the second place driver is about to cross the finish line, the first place person's gonna reverse, and the second place person's gonna be like, what the heck? What just happened? I thought that they were gonna get first. So maybe that's just me, but I could totally see that happening in lobbies with friends and people playing together. I also think that competitive Mario Kart wise, this is gonna be really, really interesting because there's item smuggling or whatever they call it. I know that that's what they call it in Zelda, so maybe it's a different terminology, but the fact that you could basically rewind all the way to 24th place, last place, and get a bullet bill, drive it all the way back up to first place, and then use the bullet bill, and you'd be way in front of your competition. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what people do specifically with the ability to rewind time while everybody continues driving normally at the exact same time. So I'm very, very curious to see how that plays out. Either way, my full reaction is up on the channel, so if you want to check it out, please be sure to do so. But the most important detail that we haven't talked about yet is the fact that we have official confirmation of Rainbow Road. It's back. And this time around, we'll have to complete all of the Grand Prix cups and tracks and everything to be able to unlock it. My hype level just keeps growing day by day for Mario Kart World, so I absolutely can't wait. I also can't wait to play Character Conundrum, which is what we're going to do right now. Our winners from last week were Whiplash and Cruz, who said Mega Man, and that was correct. Remember, the first 3 people to guess the character correctly down in the comments will get a shout out during the next episode. For this week, here's your hints. This character is very mischievous. They're known for inventing machines, and they have a mother who remains unknown. Who could this be? Comment down below and find out next week. Moving right along, we got the Twitch Top 5. These are the top 5 clips of the week, chosen by our amazing Patreon community members. Without further ado, coming in at number 5. Oh, nice. Wow. That was some airtime. Drive into what? Oh god. Oh, that was so lucky. Oh, that was close. No, 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 not today. Oh my gosh. Go! Bro, get away from me with that banana. Wait, that sounds wrong. If you'd like to be a part of these moments in real time, then be sure to click the link in the description of this video and come hang out on Twitch sometime. Traveling back to our main discussion though, during the previous Skyrise, we talked about the prices of pretty much everything, including Amiibo. This week brings some unfortunate news. This chart here shows the new prices of the accessories. Everybody said drop the price, and to put it in Pokemon terms, it was not very effective. If you think that's bad, there's been reports that GameStop is going to be selling the launch Amiibo for $10 more than the previously announced price. The 3 Street Fighter 6 Amiibo will now be $40 each, and the 4 Zelda Stage Amiibo will be $30 each. However, so far that's only GameStop. So Best Buy, Walmart, Target, they seem to have the original pricing listed for now, but it's pretty crazy to think that if you bought all 7 of these Amiibo, you'd be closer to the price of the original Nintendo Switch. I honestly hope that something positive happens surrounding the price, but all we can do is hope and wait. On a better note, let's jump over to Poke Pools. Last week, I was told to open a Mythical Island pack, and that's what we're gonna do. Make sure you comment down below which pack we open next week. Here is Mythical Island. Go ahead and open, and then, of course, we will spin it to win it. And whatever we land on, looks like it's gonna be this guy. Go ahead and slice it open. We got a Cramorant, Elgium, Superior, Ponyta, and Galvantula. Before I tell you the best strategy for securing a console for yourself on launch, I have to tell you what I've been playing. I went back to Pokemon Legends Arceus after, like 3 years? And finished where I left off, which was collecting the plates. There's a certain battle that happens right before you're allowed to catch Arceus, if you have a completed Pokédex. And I was told that this would be the most difficult fight ever. And I beat it first try. And this is coming from someone who doesn't even know their types. Now my main focus will be just catching every single Pokemon and attempting to complete their research tasks before Legend ZA releases later this year. In other news, I started playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe again. I think my plan is to stream it more frequently as we get closer to the launch of Mario Kart World. Plus, it's great practice before the mayhem of 24-player races. Stay tuned for more updates on games I'm playing in the future. Now, you want to buy a Switch 2 on launch, but you don't know how to secure one. Let me start off with saying that Target will start online pre-orders at midnight Eastern Time on April 24th. GameStop will start pre-orders online at 11 a.m. Eastern Time and in store as soon as the doors open that same day. They'll also be hosting a midnight launch. And Walmart's online pre-orders begin at the same time as Target's at midnight Eastern Time on April 24th. They're also guaranteeing that you'll be able to get your console before 9 a.m. on June 5th if you pre-order by 8 a.m. Eastern Time the day before launch while supplies last. At the time of making this video, there's no word on Best Buy or Amazon. Now, I have a personal game plan for this. I've been a part of launches quite a few times, and I hope that this helps somebody out. What I'd highly suggest doing is going on multiple devices, that might be your computer, your iPad, your phone, whatever, and pulling up all the different retailers. So Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop, Amazon, whatever. Make sure your credit card information is entered into whatever retailer site you're on. So as soon as pre-orders go live, all you have to do is add to cart and check out. It has all your information, you're done, it's easy. The reason I'd recommend that is because if you are not refreshing constantly and you're even a minute, I know that sounds crazy, but even a minute late to pre-orders online, it's like a snap and they're gone. So either do that, or the other alternative would be any of these stores, be there right when they open. Be first in line. Go straight to the gaming area if you're at a store that's not like GameStop. That is, the whole store is gaming, obviously. And make sure you pre-order ASAP. So whatever you do, whether it's in-store or online, be there. Be there early, be at the ready, have everything prepared, because if you don't, and I speak from experience, you're going to be refreshing websites for the next 7 hours of your life, and nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants to secure their console, the games, the accessories, whatever, and call it a day and be happy and wait until June 5th. So good luck to everyone who will be trying to get the Switch 2, and hopefully everyone who wants to get it will end up getting it. Alright, with my TED Talk out of the way, let's move on to questions from our Patreon supporters. This one is from Alive, who asks, do you think there's going to be a DLC with older maps like in 8 Deluxe? Honestly, yes. Yes, I do. Because there is the fact that they're leaving out some characters that were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. We don't have the Villager, Isabelle, the Inklings, Link, and whoever else I'm forgetting. So I personally feel like they're going to include older maps, but also bring characters that used to be in the series, but probably like revamp them a little bit to sell them as new, because we all know that Nintendo's gonna charge us for another booster course pass, probably. If they do, that's gonna cause a whole nother situation, but hopefully they don't do that. That's seriously what I think, though, is that we're gonna get the older maps, just like we did in the booster course pass for 8 Deluxe, but they're not only gonna do that, they're gonna bring back characters that we had before and then maybe add some new ones as well from different games like they had previously. We also have another Mario Kart World question from Ollie, who asks, do you think Mario Kart World will be more fun than Mario Kart 8? Yes. Strictly because of how much content there is, with the normal Grand Prix, the free roam, the knockout mode, the normal battle mode that we're used to. There's so much to do. The photo mode, the different abilities that we have with wall jumping and rail grinding and everything. The characters they added, there's so much content in Mario Kart World that this will be way, way better of a time, way more fun than the previous entry to the Mario Kart series. Thank you both for your questions, and if anybody else has one they'd like to ask, be sure to send them in. Before we end off this Skyrise, we have to shout out the Solar Superstars. All of the content I'm able to put out for you is because of their support. So thank you so much to Ollie, Hi I Am Alive, and our newest Solar Superstar, Poyo. Welcome to the Patreon family, Poyo, and I'm very happy to have you. Of course, we can't forget about our elevated heroes, Meep and Matthew2EK. There's currently an early access video available only to Patreon supporters, so if you'd like to check it out before anybody else, click the link down in the description. There's a lot more benefits too, so consider joining for as low as $1 a month. It's a great way to show your support and obviously help out the channel. If you enjoyed episode 15 of the Skyrise, do me a favor and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment your thoughts on all of this crazy Nintendo news leading up to the launch of the Switch 2 on June 5th. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week!